Hey, everybody, it's Invictus. Time another run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Thursday, Mosh Pit. We did have another video across 3,000 likes now, already on our way for the worst run of the Repentance era redo, which I am going to be releasing the form very soon on the Discord as well as on the YouTube community feed, so keep an eye out for that once I finalize it, and I think it's going to be pretty good. Right now, the biggest problem is just having a tracker enabled to where I can actually track to see, okay, this episode got this nomination, this episode got this nomination, and the only way I can really do that is by telling people to list the actual episode number, and that's it. Because when everyone ends up putting custom names in there, like the title of the episode, or that like they capitalize it differently, it screws up all the tracking. So I'm still working on the logistics of that, but I'll let you all know how that goes. Here's your screenshot of the day, brought to you here by Demon Soul 1992. Title of the thread was luckiest angel deal you'll ever see, and then in the thread they also said, how about a 0.05% angel deal, folks? I mean, technically it's a 0.5 angel deal, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that is a 0.5% of an angel deal chance that is indeed passed. So that's, I mean, that has to be the lowest. Like, it can't get any lower except 0.1. And I've never seen a 0.1 passes. And honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a 0.05 or 0.51 pass. So congrats to you, Demon Soul. Oh boy. CJ is going to be Sierra Charlie Zulu 9, Mike 2 Bravo 6. We've got, well, we've got Cursed Eye and Glass Cannon. So yeah, none of our stats are going to matter at this point because we have to worry about Glass Cannon and we also have to worry about Cursed Eye. How long has it been since we started with Cursed Eye? I genuinely do not remember the last time we even saw Cursed Eye. It is not an item that I take willingly. It's not an item that I like, and it's not an item that has any good synergies outside of one, which of course is going to be marked. And I guess technically, if you want to consider Black Candle along with Cursed Eye as a synergy, then go off. But it's still a garbage item. The problem that I have with Cursed Eye. Well, actually, no. You know what? I take that back. I rescind that remark. There are a couple of key synergies that Cursed Eye is actually something that I would willingly take with. Marked is one, obviously. That is the God combo that you want. But there are other situations where Cursed Eye legitimately has a very good interaction. Namely, anytime you have a multi-shot build, like Inner Eye, like Quad Shot, anything like that, Cursed Eye is actually top tier when it comes to those because it's not held bound to a particular tier stat. It's going to be firing off all those shots simultaneously, which is very, very, very potent. So I take back what I was saying about Cursed Eye. Cursed Eye does have an actual couple of synergies that are the bomb diggity. It's just few and far between. Anything else, Cursed Eye is terrible, mainly because of the fact that you teleport anytime that you are charging or even partially charging the Cursed Eye, you'll be teleported at random, and unless you get supremely lucky, it's not going to benefit you in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to take Soul of Judas, and we're going to get in for half price. I worry about what's in there, though. I don't want to get hit, obviously, and this is not a wise decision because, obviously, if we don't have a bomb, there's a chance that this is not going to be worth it at all. And it turns out it was absolutely correct. We do get the mulligan, which is kind of nice because at least we'll have the flies for us. Okay, so we do get 6 cents here. And that's enough to buy the bomb and then allow us to withdraw from the donation machine and possibly get Mom's Key, which is the ultimate get here. And we didn't get it. Yeah. So I'm just going to buy the Soul Heart, and then we're just going to, unfortunately, have to head on down. The secret room is here, by the way. But with Cursed Eye, I mean, all bets are off because yes, our starting damage is good, but our starting and movement speed is okay. Shot speed is okay too, honestly, and range. The only thing that's bad about this is our tears rate, which is it's kind of bad. But the big bad here is going to be Cursed Eye. All right, first things first, let's go check into the item room. It's an item that replaces Glass Cannon that I'm fine with. The bean, it gives us a poison gas cloud that we can do that with, but it doesn't have a knockback unlike other beans like Butterbean or Wait What, which would be beneficial, but what can you do? So, and while we're getting started here, because I'm going to need to be pretty locked into this episode, go to the question of the episode. This one came in from, I'm going to say, Jekalak or Yekalak. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I apologize in advance. It said, question of the episode, why not always check the arcades? I've seen you sometimes skip arcades, even though when you're not in a hurry for boss rush. When you're in need of upgrade / HP, and when you have abundance of money, red hearts, and pickups, for the cost of only 1 coin and 2 seconds to check them out, it seems like many missed opportunities. So there's a couple reasons why I would not. Oh, careful now, game. You good? Yeah. You got a little framey again. There's a couple reasons why I would not even bother checking to the arcades. One, first and foremost, like you all already said, there are times when I just don't need to. When I don't need to go in there, when I have an abundance of money, when I have abundance of pickups, etc. Those are usually later game arcades that I just don't care about. Another reason why I don't normally go for arcades on the usual in a run that's already kind of done and over with is because it's simply just it's so far out of the way that it's probably not worth me taking the time to go over there. There have been very few instances where you can reasonably say yes, the arcade is the reason why you won this run. Very, very, very few. Now that, of course, is unfair to a certain extent because obviously not every run is the same. You know, instances change literally from run to run. I gotta stop saying literally so much today. But for the most part, I evaluate the arcade as, do I actually really truly need to get anything out of there? Do we need money? How many times have you seen me need money and go to the arcade or hope for an arcade? Same thing goes for if we wanted to get procs off of like a Blessed Penny, or if we needed to just absolutely buy something in the shop. You know, I will play the Three Skull Monty out of desperation, but most of the time I do not go into the arcade for the simple fact that it's probably just not needed on a run. I'm going to take Abadabba Ding Dong here. Just going to give us a very nice damage upgrade. I'm going to stick with the bean. You know what? We don't get the bean doesn't get a fair shake every now and then. I do want to get a soul heart, but for 7 cents we can buy a half price premium item, so I'm going to wait. And to your comment about, you know, just plus 2 seconds, that's a little exaggeration. It takes more than 2 seconds to check out a library, and there are times when, you know, time is a factor. But in this particular scenario that you brought up, for the fact that, like, you know, if we're not even in a hurry for boss rush, that means that I probably don't need to worry about an arcade in the first place, because either the run's going too slow or I've already got what I need to win. But whenever the run necessitates the use of an arcade, I always go to an arcade. It would be foolish not to. So perception is always going to be key on that. There are times where I actively don't explain why I go into an arcade, so I'll try to get better about that. But again, most of the reasons behind that is simply because I just either don't feel like going in, and I don't think that it's going to win us a run. I think that it's going to be a non-factor in our run. So now, is that a good answer, or is that the answer you're looking for? Probably not. It's up to you. You know, I strongly recommend that people don't adapt my playing style. This is a style that I've built over a literal decade. I didn't say literally that time. A literal decade. Plus, actually, of playing safe and just kind of understanding my limits on Isaac and what I can and can't do and what works for me in my play style. I always encourage people to develop your own play style. You can definitely take some of the beats from my play style and then just make it accordingly. I mean, it's like basically building a deck of like Magic cards or Lorcana or Pokemon. You know, you've got cards that you like. There are cards that are staple, and then there's cards that are just like, you know what, I don't really like this. I want to try something else. That is in my opinion, the best method of approaching how you play Isaac. How is your style of Isaac? You know, are you safe? Are you reckless? Do you not care? Are you just a wild person? Do you go for wins? Do you go for wackiness? Do you go for, you know, the crazy OP builds? Do you go for Omega runs every single time? all that is up to you. The reason why I'm bringing all this up is because I do not encourage people to do what I say or do what I do in the game. You know, there are very good reasons why you want to go, especially as a newer player, that you would want to go to an arcade. There's many benefits. The only downside is you lose 1 cent, and that is it. But for me, someone who I already have my ways pretty much set in stone, and I know what I need on a run to win, and I know what I don't need. That is, to me, that is permissible. To just be like, it's an arcade. It's just it's a nothing. You know, this is a waste of time almost. But that's not going to work for everyone, and I strongly recommend you don't take that attitude towards Isaac. Finally, find the secret room. I'm not going to be lazy and get a bomb here. I could, but I'm not going to. It's no problem just to walk past these real quick. And the super secret room might be south of there. Actually, no, it's here. So how did I know it was there versus the other walls? The main giveaway on this wall in particular is the fact that it is adjacent to where the other. It's adjacent to an adjoining wall of the secret room. So that's one giveaway. Secondly, I know that it's not. This is a wall that is very suspect. This one's usually the super secret room, except obviously it's not going to be alone. This wall, in this template, especially with these mushrooms, this wall is almost never, ever the super secret room, the south wall here. Whereas this one with the floor pattern and also with the poop pattern, this is one of those dead giveaways for me that this super secret room, this is like maybe a 70% chance for a super secret room here, but it goes up to a 100% chance whenever you see it right next to the secret room and they share a wall. So that is ultimately the reason why I knew that it was there. I was hoping we were going to get a bomb because obviously there's a tinted rock in there, so we may have to go back and go grab one. Yeah, just play to your strengths. That's the golden rule. Play to your strengths. Add what skills you want. Take away what skills that I have that you wish to adapt to your own play style, and build the deck for yourself. There's no rules against it. I am gonna go back and look for. Well, no, we just got an HP upgrade. That's fine. We could go look for a bomb. Actually, all the back and forth, like a Benny Hill marathon here. Because we have so many red hearts here, it would be very stupid of me not to at least play this Demon Judgment. Get a free heal there on the Two of Hearts. Then we got one more heart that we can go pull up here. And I might as well just go clear the level here just because... See, this wall, this is super deceptive. Because if I saw this, I would say this is absolutely a 100% guaranteed to be the secret room. And you may have noticed me bombing this wall here. This is also a very, very, very strong indicator that is the regular secret room. The fact that it's not means that it's in a much more unusual spot, because this is almost always the secret room, always, especially with it being adjacent to the sacrifice room, which it is a little bit rare to see. But this room combined with this room here and these mushrooms pointing up towards that wall, that is a dead giveaway for the secret room. However, that's why it's not 100%, and no secret room is 100%. There are a few that might be close to 100%, but not all of them. And that is the reason why I placed that bomb there earlier, because I was for sure thinking it was going to be there, and I was very surprised that it wasn't. High Priestess will actually destroy that tinted rock, and we get a golden chest, so I'm glad I didn't do that. We do actually get another heart, so we might be able to get another payout here from the Demon Judgment. We got to do a lot of running around here, but hopefully this is worth it. We get our second Guppy item. I'll be very happy. Guess I can go grab this other heart that's in here. Might as well, so I don't have to keep turning around back and forth. Now, something to consider. Did we have enough HP to make the sacrifice room work? The answer is no. We have no way of actually getting multiple taps on our red hearts on a sacrifice room with there being so little HP on the ground, and also because of the fact that we only have one HP container, which makes it pretty much impossible. I am going to risk going into the curse room. This is a slight risk just because we're not on renewable HP right now. We actually got teleported because I was charging the cursed eye. I secretly was kind of hoping that would happen with us going into the curse room, because I just want to get like an easy TP here for TP meta. Secret room might be there, but I'd be surprised because it's only adjacent to one other room, which is, that would be strange. Secret room is more likely right there based on the map, but we need to see the rest of the map before I can make that call. You only have one bomb, and you never want to use your only bomb just to test where the secret room may or may not be, especially if it's not a high percentage wall. Great damage done by the bean, too. Yeah, there's not really enough evidence to show me that that wall is a secret room. Magician card. This next wall will tell me everything I need to know. We go north. Even though I know there's nothing up there, this will tell me everything I need to know. Gonna take out this Eternal Fly. Okay, yeah, so the secret room is there. Is to the left of here, which is... That's why I was a little bit suspect on that gap next to the room below us. Hey, game, you want to give us something other than wooden chests? That'd be great. The reason why I knew it was there, and this would have been double confirmation that it wasn't there, because there's that gap. Now, if I saw this wall, notice how this is kind of making a reverse arrow pattern. And this wall is usually typically a very high percentage wall for a secret room as well. But this time around, obviously, we already knew where the secret room was. So it was a little bit, yeah, especially with it being adjacent to the shop. Wow, the game's really kind of trying to dupe me on these secret rooms right now. It was a little bit premature of me to use the bomb when I did, but I was pretty sure that that's where we were sitting at that point. That secret room. No, game, no. You're telling me Isaac's toe stepped on that? We are 2 or 3 for Beelzebub as well, which flying would be nice. Especially when you're talking about Cursed Eye, you're talking about trying to avoid getting teleported. Now, something else that I have not mentioned yet about this build here is that you can actually tap fire Cursed Eye if you really wanted to, and make it. You can essentially make it almost impossible to get teleported via Cursed Eye, because you're technically never going to be charging up Cursed Eye. So it's an effective way of mitigating the chance of you teleporting. But I will say, it's not 100% accurate. There are situations where, like, if you're tapping it as... There are situations where you'll be tapping it as you're moving, or get hit by something, or just even if you're tapping it while you're getting struck simultaneously by, like, say, oh, I don't know, a barrel placed right next to the start of a room, that will negate your negation of the mitigation chance of the teleportation chance of the Cursed Eye. And we get Brimstone, which I am going to take Brimstone, but this does not save you from teleportation with Cursed Eye. Now, what this does do is this allows us to get into the boss trap room. However, we are not immune to the teleportation just because we have Brimstone. The only way to avoid the teleportation is if we actually get Black Candle, which we do not have right now. Okay, damage and HP, I'm fine with that. Remember, we have the mulligan, so we have a soft guppy transformation here. But the idea is to not get teleported. Brimstone obviously going to help out a lot, though. It's been a while since we had Brimmy, and I would prefer that we don't skip this item room, especially with us having a greed fight. So I am going to use this Hangman card in that double tarot card room. And we have to hope there's a Stars card or a Justice card or something that can get us in there.
The Hanged Man.
Well, get another Hangman card and the World card. Yeah. That's, that is unfortunate there, Chief. Yeah, we don't have a key to even get that. So the only option now would be to find Super Secret Room, which I am not 100% sure. This wall here is there's too many factors. This wall right here is also a possibility. I'm just gonna hold on to the bomb, and we're just gonna have to eat the missed item room now. Okay, there's a library. We're right next to the secret room. Funny game. Bombs. Okay, bombs give us a little bit of wiggle room, but nothing crazy. We still need to access the item room. But the problem now is that like we still need to go. I'm still gonna go for the shop because the chances of getting back-to-back greed on Depths 1 after Caves 2 is almost 0. And 2, assuming that there's nothing in there that we want to buy in terms of premium items, we will probably get another key. Now, we just got a key to drop, and, of course, there's the greed fight. One that I said was next to impossible. Remember that one? Boy, those were the days. So now we can go into the library or the item room. I'm going to go to the library because the library is just definitively going to have a better chance at giving us something that we can work with here than the item room right now. I mean, Book of Shadows. Well, now it doesn't matter. But Book of Shadows would be great. Even Book of Revelations, Book of the Satanic Bible would be fine. I wouldn't mind that. Just because we're running near the end of the usefulness of boss items here. Yeah, Shadows, I'm gonna take it, but I commend the bean for all the help. There, the poison damage that we were stacking with the bean was actually pretty significant for some rooms. It really helped us along, especially with rooms that had like fast globins and that sort of thing. So we can get into this. We can get into the curse room for half price, but we got to go through hell and back to even get there, and I'm not willing to do that. Depending on what the boss drops here, which is we know we're probably not going to get the devil deal, and we don't have any shop that we can buy from this floor either. So. Wow, we did get a double deal. That was not expected, but I expect a Krampus fight. Yep. How did I expect a Krampus fight? Because we were not supposed to get a double deal on this floor. No! Ho, ho, ho. No. Okay, game. All right. Okay. You better give me a good shop on this next floor. According to Isaac, we were a millisecond away from hitting Book of Shadows before that Brimstone animation played. I highly question that, but Secret Room should be here. No, it's not. Not sure if that bomb actually hit close enough, but I'll need to clear this other room to the right for confirmation. Results are inconclusive. There's enough bombs for me to check. And if I had gone down to that other room, it would have probably would have been the smoking gun that it wasn't there. Let's go see if that's right. Oh, it's not right. I would entertain the left hand. But that doesn't mean I'm going to. Not right now, anyway. There are a couple reasons why I would want to do the left hand, and there's a couple reasons why I wouldn't. So the couple reasons why I would be obviously the soul heart gain, the possible devil deals, and obviously the guppy items that I'm looking for. The reason why I wouldn't is because we are going to need red hearts to drop if we were going to play any sack room shuffles. We need keys. Keys have been a very big problem on this run. Or just not adjacent to anything, huh? Now, there's a demon judgment, and we could go down to 1 heart and then take a look to see what's inside of the boss trap room. It's crazy to think that we even had a chance. Oh, this isn't a demon judgment, but whatever. Crazy to think we even had a chance at boss rush on this run, given the fact how much I've paused to answer the question of the day, and also the back and forth that we've been doing. Okay, well, there's a key problem solved. Okay, so I'm going to leave the soul heart there. We're going to leave our soul hearts behind, because if your soul hearts don't soul heart, then there are no soul heart of mine. Secret room is here. Kind of a toughie. A little bit of a toughie. It's a tears up. We can use the Fool card to get out of here without fighting any bosses, which is fine. Eye drops is just a straight up tears up for Brimstone. It's also a tears cap breaker. And then we are just going to... We're going to wait, because I need to use this Book of Shadows for either the curse room or something crazier, like a confessional booth or something like that. Still no shop, still no item room, and I can give you one guess where it is. It's on top of the alpaca's ears and nose up there. Snout. Are they called snouts? They're probably called snouts. Let's ask Rob. Robert, what is an alpaca's nose called? Is it a snout or is it a nose? Or maybe it's a beak. I don't know. Rob kind of has a beak-like face. I say that in the most loving way possible, of course. Soul hearts for days here. Yeah. So the question is, do we use the Demon Monty to try to get a little bit more HP or keys or something? The answer is no. We don't. And the bigger question, are we going to take the left hand? With everything to consider here and the fact that we're not going to have any more use for money outside of judgments, I'm going to take the left hand, but I'm probably not going to hold on to it till the chest, because that's where this run is definitely looking like it's headed. I'm not going to go into the curse room because it's unlikely there's a guppy item in there. In a skinny curse room, it's probably just going to be 2 spiders and a soul heart. So I'm hedging my bets. I'm going to go for the devil deal instead, which we don't really... I'm not expecting to get one, but it'd be nice if we did. Now that we've paid the Krampus tax. Almost too slow on that one. Forgot that we dropped Goat Hoof, so my brain is not readjusted to the new movement speed coefficient that we're looking at. That's the level of calculation I have. I calculate movement speed coefficients. Yeah, I mean, Athame is a must take here. Head on down. All right, Treasure map is invaluable. It shows us that we have to go all the way to the end of the paintball gun over there on the west side. Secret room's to the left of here, so this is going to give us a nice, easy shortcut. How do I know the secret room's here? Again, you got kind of a reverse arrow thing going on here. All the flow of the room is pointing towards this flat wall, plus I recognize this template. It's a very, very easy template to remember. Which is my favorite bullet for my Valentine album, by the way. Oh my gosh, there's a library here. That was not expected, but we're gonna get Bookworm, and the Satanic Bible is here as well, so that's pretty gnarly. So we have to put the Satanic Bible down. I don't want to use it yet. I'm gonna put it right in the middle. I'm gonna go back to the Book of Shadows. Why am I going back to the Book of Shadows? Because it's going to keep us safe till after the boss. So we come back, we replace the Book of Shadows with the Satanic Bible, and then just ride the wave of freedom straight to home. This is my favorite Five Finger Death Punch album, by the way. Five Finger Death Punch. Man. I used one and only one Five Finger Death Punch song for a Lauder video, and that was it. I was like, man, these guys are just not my jam. A fire rate upgrade, 1 key. They do, I will say, Five Finger Death Punch, I've said this many times in Isaac videos, but they do have the definitive cover of Bad Company, and that's all. All the other songs I've heard from Five Finger Death Punch are like, if Three Doors Down was trying to be hardcore metal with Godsmack mixed in. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. And to those of you who are Five Finger Death Punch fans out there, look, I'm not trying to besmirch your favorite band. I'm never going to hate you for liking something that I don't. I will make fun of them, though. I'm not making fun of you. So we're clear. It's like Nickelback fans. Look, I ain't making fun of you. I'm making fun of the band that you like. Right? But people be like that in Isaac too. People take... You would be surprised how many people have taken gross offense to me not liking their favorite item and turning it into like a personal thing. Like I'm attacking them. Stuff. And it is always very funny to me when that happens. Now, obviously, I don't want to upset people deliberately, you know, especially people who are just trying to enjoy themselves, have a good time. But look, you got to stop taking things so personally, world. All right, that goes for everybody. It's just to stop taking things so personally. Let other people not like stuff that you like. It's not a personal attack against you as a person. All right, just chill out. Take a break from the internet. Go out. Touch some grass, or whatever the kids say. They still say that? They probably don't. I'll never be able to make that dodge again in the history of ever. That's about as clean cut of a dodge as you can possibly hope for in this game. You think I'm joking? You think I'm joking? But there have been people on Reddit. There have been people in YouTube comments and other people's channels who have been like, I don't like Sinvicta because he doesn't like this item for no good discernible reason. And that still happens from time to time. Like, again, you would be shocked. You would absolutely be shocked at some of the crazy stuff I've seen and heard. It's not a fight I want. I would never make that dodge again either in my entire life. That's my most hated boss right there. Is Red Champion Mega Maw. Gotta remind myself that we don't have the Book of Shadows anymore. Ooh. Okay, so we get a tower card reverse here. Okay, well, that was a pretty big skip there, Curse the Maze, but I appreciate it. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Standard streamer thanking people who give hard-earned money to them and don't actually care about them. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. The secret room should be here. fact that it's not there means that it is in a weird spot. It is not there. I can almost guarantee that. I'm gonna bomb it just for S's and G's, but I would be shocked if it's right there. It is almost never south of that room that has the 2 fires. What I thought. No reason to do this room, except to get a full charge on Satanic Bible, but I'm not worried about it. Gonna drop the left hand. We're gonna hold on to the tower card for now, just because we don't actually need it. I don't want to clear a Champion Duke room just to use it. We didn't get teleported from Cursed Eye, thankfully. I'm pretty sure that I'm right about that. About the fact that Brimstone does not cancel out the Cursed Eye effect. I could be wrong, and that's solely based on how little I actually take Cursed Eye willingly. But I'm pretty sure that the Brimstone effect does not negate the Cursed Eye effect. I am 90% sure on that. 93%. 92.7653% sure that it does not negate the Cursed Eye effect. See if dropping the red hand was worth it, or left hand was worth it. Wow, that is quite the map. Look at the runaround we've got to go through. Good lord. No. 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 And kinda. Alright, now we gotta go through our great saga of this chest here. Baphomet doing work. And I wish the secret room was here, but it's not, because that's the boss room south of that room. So now if the secret room is to the left of, or to the south of this next room over here. Oh, you're just gonna blast me, huh? All is forgiven if the secret room joins this room here to the south, which actually it might. With this gurgling room, it might. That would make my Thursday very happy. Wanted it to be so bad. Can't you just once let me manifest something, game, universe, please? Just let me manifest one thing. If there's anything that I can ever do to gain the manifestation power, it would be this one thing. Please let that room become a secret room so I don't have to do this entire chest here. But no, it won't happen. Emperor card, and I'll be happy as well. It's not an Emperor card. All right, so when are we going to use the reverse tower card? It is going to be used in the room that is the 2x2 room over there. Why do we wait for the biggest room to use this in? Because it has the largest chance of spawning the most tinted rocks that we possibly can get. The more area, the more surface area that you can cover with rocks, the higher the likelihood is that you're going to get a tinted rock or a skull or double tinted rock, stuff like that. Yeah, this is the perfect room for using the reverse tower card. This is not the perfect room for us to be in with Cursed Eye. In fact, this is one of my most hated rooms. There's just a lot of dodging that goes on. What do we get for damage upgrades in this run anyway? We got Abba Dabba Ding Dong and Meat. And that is it. Yeah, that is it. I'm looking at the charts right now because we got a Tears upgrade from Consolation Prize. So, yeah, we straight up got 2 damage upgrades for this entire run. We got 2 Tears ups. And even had minimal HP ups as well. But we made it work. There's a double tinted rock right there. Well, double as in 2. Okay, well now the game's just trying to make me look stupid. Okay, now technically we've had 3 damage ups. Okay, game, you got it. But you're so cool. Like, thanks for proving Sinvicta wrong. Actually, you had 3 damage ups. Just know that you're incorrect in this one time, technically. So don't say that you're right all the time. I don't say I'm right all the time. I will constantly say that I am wrong semi-frequently. I admit when I'm wrong. I make mistakes. Everyone does. I don't think people would watch me as much as they do if I was like just a perfect Isaac player. You come here for the commentary, you stay for the imperfections. That's what I like to say. There is certainly nothing perfect about how I play this game, or anything I do, really. I do make good music, though. Hey, if you want to check out our music, then head on down to the link below, or check out our full album here on youtube.com/Sinvicta. Thanks for watching, bros. Smash that like button. Have a great Thursday, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like Dershooty01, Dad of 2, and I don't even know anymore. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find by going to the link down below, or by going to www.patreon.com/Sinvicta.